Hi everybody, Bill Ebert here with a new training, 50K to 1 million. I want to teach you guys the mindset, the skill set, and the tools necessary to get to $1 million a year. Now some of you actually can't fathom the idea of making $1 million a year. But the people that I've met in the last 30 years, I've had the privilege to sit at the table with people who make $115 million, the $20 million earners, the $45 million earners. I've spent a tremendous amount of time with the super wealthy, the people that are considered the top 1%. And what's interesting about them is they're not special. You'll be surprised to find out that they're a lot like me, they're a lot like you. They're just normal people. And what's interesting is it's the things that they do and the relationships that they have. They do things in a certain way and they say things in a certain way and they have skill sets and mindsets that are different than the rest of the world. And so I want to help you have all of those. I would like to teach you from beginning to end how to get to first a $50,000 income with your home-based business or your network marketing company. And then from there, start making the jump. From $50,000 to $100,000, it's pretty simple. You just do twice as much as what you did to get to 50. So it's not that hard to do. The $100,000 a year income is not very difficult. Now, to jump from the $100,000 to the $500,000, you have to change some of the things that you do. But we want to get you there first so you get free from your entanglements. We want you to get up and over the hump of bills and obligations, get you to a place where you have residual income so you can now start focusing on your wealth, start focusing on building an empire. And the way to do that is you got to have some mindsets. You got to start changing the way you do business. The things that got you to the 50K, you can't just turn up the volume. It doesn't work that way. To get to the $500,000 mark, you actually have to change some things. You have to change from being a person that works on your business to start working with your business. In other words, you're actually going to build an infrastructure that starts taking care of you, and you're going to be spending more time working with your business than you are going to be working with selling and marketing. But you have to start off somewhere, and that somewhere, unless of course you have $100 million in the bank and you can just go and buy a business, you actually have to start off. The average person is going to have to start off with the first marketing and crazy dedication to building a team, crazy dedication to building that marketing mastery to get to the point. There's so many really good network marketing companies out there that will help you get to the 50K income, and there's a lot of good mentors out there that can teach you that level. Once you get to that place, we want to move you over to the 500,000 and then the $1 million mark. And the way you do that is you're going to have to brand yourself. You're going to have some key understandings about branding. You're going to have some key understandings about mass appeal. You're going to have to understand market. You're going to have to understand what mass marketing looks like. And there's just some very interesting things that we can teach you at the $1 million level. Last year, I had 2 or 3 companies. Most of them are baby companies. I've had over 50 companies in my lifetime. I've consulted over 1,000. Within the last 4 years, we've started 4 new companies. And last year, we did just over $1 million mark. And it was pretty good. You know, it was a good year, but they're startup companies. They were only a couple years old. So one of them was less than 8 months old. And it's starting to do pretty well. But I have some success and I have some history that shows people how to do this. What is it that takes from someone in the mindset and the skill set necessary to move from a wannabe, a wantrepreneur, to an actual entrepreneur? So let's talk about the first skill set. This is actually the #1 thing that you'll want to learn. It's called the $1 million question. Now, for a person who's down here, the 20,000 to 50,000 income range, and you want to make it from one step to the other, and you know, I'm really sorry to say, there's no other good way to do this. Now, there are ways to do it, but there is no other good way to do this. There's no faster, easier, better way to build a business than the $1 million question. Now, here's where we lose most people. Most people are not interested in marketing. They feel like it's salesy. They don't want. They're afraid. They're concerned about rejection. They're concerned. We can teach you all the objections. We can help you get through all of those things. That's that mindset part. But if you're not willing to do what successful people do, you're not going to have what successful people have. So you're going to have to make a determination somehow, somewhere, some way. I want to get to this level. You're going to have to listen to your mentors. You're going to have to listen to the people that do what they do, and you're just going to have to do it. In my life right now, there's 3 or 4 things that I have to do on a daily basis that's not normal. It's not normal for me. It's not my personality trait. But because I'm going to go from $1 million in sales to $1 million in profit in the next 12 months, there are certain things that the people who are mentoring me are doing that I have to do. And so I'm willing to do what most people are not willing to do. I'm willing to be criticized. I'm willing to critique myself. I'm willing to perfect my skills. I'm willing to master the things that are uncomfortable for me. And if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to start off with the $1 million question, which is what we teach in some of our program, if you want to be part of this path, if you want to learn how to go from 50K to $1 million, you want to find a mentor, find someone like Robert Hollis, like Ray Higdon, like myself, who actually have a program that will lead you through and can document that they have people that they've proven, that they actually have people that are making a full-time income. If they don't, if they're not willing to give you documentation, if they're not willing to point you to a few people who are full-time right now, working in the profession, making over $50,000 a year, don't spend your money or your time listening to them, because they may have some magic sauce that works for them, but they don't understand the magic sauce to help other people. So you have to make sure that that's very important. So hook up with a mentor, be willing to do the thing. The number one thing in this business right now is the $1 million question. If you learn how to do that, if you'll master it, if you'll perfect it, I can show you how in a very short amount of time, I mean, I'm talking 21 days. 21 days on the short end, 45, maybe 90 days if you don't have a full-time effort, but you can actually get here in a very short amount of time. So there's the intro to 50K to $1 million a year. Stay connected. Find me on Facebook. Find me on BillEbert.com. Reach out to me if you want this kind of help. If you want to actually be part of this program, just go ahead and join. Send me a note. Let me know that you want to do this, and I'm here to help you. Stay tuned. More to come. See you. Bye.